I originally was going to write this down on the web page, but it was too much trouble for one thing, and there's things that I'd like to say about some of these situations as I bring them down. But the name of this is questions that you need to answer. And you know, if you're Christian and you're looking at end times, these things are really important because they do tell you where you're at in this situation, and it's way closer than most of us have thought. Okay, if you're not a Christian, it doesn't matter because it still tells you the same things. Christians are probably more keen to some of these things than others are because we're talking about rights here and the freedom to worship like you want to worship and all of that thing is a very intricate part of end times and how it all plays out. So even if you're not a Christian, you should be very worried about these questions, and you need to answer them because when you do, the answer always comes back to the same place. We're headed into a dictatorship, and it's all been done by design. And it's not just Obama. And his administration, even the Congress and Senate, they've all sold out to what's called the New World Order. They're owned, and they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do right now. And the only way that we can stop that without it turning into a bloody mess is for people to stand up. And they're not standing up. So, as I said in the homepage on my video, it's plan B basically because I don't see it happening. I'm going to fight to the end for this, and I hope you will too. But here's the questions, okay? I'm just going to use the last 6 years Obama's been in here. The major problems that face this nation are financial. Everybody knows we're in trouble. In fact, we're basically bankrupt right now. Everybody knows that. They know what the 17, $18 trillion debt is all about. Social Security is going bankrupt. Veterans are getting cut off benefits. Veterans are not veterans, but soldiers that are actually fighting in the war zones have been cut down to 2 meals a day. Meanwhile, and then here's where the questions start coming in, and you guys need to understand this. With these kind of issues on the drawing board of taking care of this nation and keeping it from going bankrupt and all of this, why would the focus be on, okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning, one of the first ones that Obama used executive order on, the NDAA. That's being able to kill Americans anywhere on American soil without due process. Can anybody answer that? You better answer that because there's only one conclusion for that. Why would he do that? And why wouldn't he be focused on taking care of business? Russia, China, North Korea, Syria. Why would his priority be NDAA in the middle of the night? Think about it. Obamacare. I know there's a few people out there that are still hardcore, think it's going to work someday. For those of us and those of you that are working or were working, Obamacare's been a total nightmare. Those that own businesses, it's been a total nightmare. And when you get right down to it, it's nothing more than a way to raise taxes and kill the economy. There's 21 new taxes been put on the middle class and low income people. Most of you don't know that. Okay? But ask yourself, where is the priority in that as opposed to the big issues? Okay, now we're going to get into another focus through this last 6 years is taking away guns, Second Amendment rights. from the citizens. Now here again, it doesn't really matter what side of that issue you're on. But actually, if you want to get into the statistics are against you if you're for gun control, gun confiscation, which is what it equals. They're against you. There are no legitimate reasons for it. But my question to you is in all the things that need to be done in this country, why would the Second Amendment be focused on right now? What's that going to do to save the economy? Okay? It's not going to do anything. This is when you put 2 and 2 together, you get 5 or 4, 5 if you're in Common Core. Okay? But same time, Homeland Security buying 2.5 billion rounds of ammo. For what? And not just ammo, but war machines, tanks, all of this. Why? They don't fight any foreign wars. You need to answer that. You need to know why. Why are they practicing on war tactics on blacks, conservatives, and Christians? That's a fact. This is all you can go online and you can find all of this, okay? But you need to ask yourself why. Why did they need that? Why is there a bill right now in Congress trying to ban citizens from buying the vest, the bulletproof vests and everything? Why did they care whether you have one or not? Why is that even on the floor? Think about it. Why? They want to take your guns. They want to limit you from being able to protect yourself in any way. Why? Why would they even care? Why would that even come up? Okay. Then we're going to go to amnesty. Some of you may think that you're for that, but with this, we can't even feed our own poor. Social Security is going bankrupt. The economy is bankrupt. And we open the borders and let millions of people come in here that Obama and his administration promised them food, money, place to live. On what? And why would you do that when we're already struggling? And if you think that's okay, I don't know what's wrong with you. Okay? They're taking away freedom of speech in every way possible. Okay? Right now there's Obama's talking about taking control of the internet. Why doesn't he try taking care of the economy? Why doesn't he try taking care of what's going on in the Middle East? Why doesn't he try taking care of Russia or Red China? Dealing with those things. Why? What? Take control of the internet? What's that going to do? And then we're going to get into this thing with oh, by the way, going along with this, Obama, a few months back now, sold Americans' rights out on climate control and carbon taxes to the United Nations. And he also gave them permission to come in and confiscate American guns. Yeah, if you don't wonder why, you better start wondering why, because this all comes down to our freedom and our rights, okay? And if you've got some kind of a thing for some third world country out there, go there. Go help them out. But don't destroy our country just because you think somebody needs to be taken care of somewhere. You can't. It doesn't work like that. This country is the only nation that has the ability to protect other countries that can't do it. But we can't do that when you support, and this administration is in the process of destroying this country. and how that works out again in end times and everything, it's the same thing. Once they take away your rights, they're going to make you do whatever they want you to do, and you'll do it. What are you going? How are you going to fight back? If you're against guns, are you against being a slave? Are you against being euthanized? Because that's all part of Agenda 21. And even if you happen to be against guns, are you sure that you want to take people who are willing to fight to keep you safe and to keep you free? Are you sure you want to take their guns away too? And you want to put them in the hands of who? These people, this regime has killed people over the years for a long time. Not just Obama, okay? Getting into the vaccines again. They had this outbreak of measles at Disneyland. If you're in my age group, so what? We all grew up. If you're in my age group, we grew up. I had the measles. I had the mumps. I had the chicken pox. Had a few flus. Whatever. Okay, so however you stand on those issues, you stand on them. But these people have inoculated people all over the world with syphilis, AIDS, polio, and some type of drug that makes women sterile. This is a fact. It's online. All you have to do is look it up. And these are the people you want to go and come along now, because the big push now is forced inoculations. I can tell you right now, nobody's putting anything into me, and none of these people. Because I know the history, they're not putting anything in my body, and I hope that you see the light and feel that way too, because this isn't about protecting people. This is about taking control and inoculating you with poisons. You don't believe that this people can do that? It's done all the time. It's been done for a long time, and it's being done in this country. This country's been guilty of doing that. So that's, and how that ties, again, like I said, it all ties into end times control. Climate control is a joke. It's a hoax. But between climate control and forced vaccinations, you're going to see a lot of things start happening here. Okay, but those are the questions you need to ask. GMOs in the food, absolutely poison. And then on top of it, they passed bills saying that you, like Monsanto, they passed bills that they're safe, that you cannot come after them if something happens to you. Same way with the drugs, with the vaccines. That just came out today. Okay? So you need to ask yourself why and answer those questions. And you're going to find yourself in the same spot by the time you answer those things. Opening up the borders, I covered that. Okay, well, there's laws that on the books now that have been passed in the last 6 years saying in some states you can't grow your own food. In some states you can't collect your own water. They say it all belongs to the state. In some states you can't grow any livestock. What's that all about? In some states, and it's on the books for all states, but you can't keep more than 3, some places 6 days of food. Can't do it. Why? What do they care whether you got 10 days or 6? Anyway, those are the things you need to ask yourself, and those things do tie into end times.